Hey, Ben.
Hey, how you doing?
Good night.
I'm not sure if we should expect anybody else because
Yeah.
Greg is still traveling and
Jason is on the trip.
Jason's on his trip.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what Julian's doing, but I'm guessing he might be busy.
Let's wait a couple minutes, and if it's just two of us, maybe we can just sync in during the week in one of our sessions, because we are both in not the best time zone for just having a one-to-one.
Yeah, definitely.
If that's okay for you, of course.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
How was your flight returning home?
Yeah, long. Yeah.
Yeah, longer because my case, I had stop in New York a couple hours more. So and I flew in the morning, and definitely it's not the best timing for returning because the jet lag is worse. So next time, if I have to do a flight from the east or west coast of the US, probably I will be get a flight to take it in the evening or in the night. So I'm returning in a better, more friendly time zone, and probably reduce my chances to have jet lag. Hey, Franciel, good night. Or it's not good. It's not night there, right? It's evening.
Yeah, it is evening. I think you can see the sky.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Hi. You're quite quiet, so I don't know if you have the right microphone selected, maybe.
Could you increase the volume of the microphone or speak closer to the microphone?
Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I will just one moment. I will be right back. One moment. Just leaving because I'm not listening you, so.
Is this someone you recognize having been on before?
Yes, she is Franciel de la Mora, one of the two contributors for Google Summer of Code. She is the one we choose for data transformation utilities to work alongside JSON in that implementation.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
And she has been connecting, for example, to the last office hours and some other meetings. Yeah. My friend.
Right. You can hear me now.
Yeah,
much better. Yeah.
So the thing is, I had two headsets, and this one was plugged, and I am using this other one.
Yeah, that happens. Okay, how is going your Monday? All good, fun?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a nice day. What about your Monday?
We have been in the US, well, in Canada, to be more precise, for the last week, attending Open Source Summit North America and having 2 days of meetings for working working team members of the JSON Schema core team to discuss the strategy, priorities, and so on. So it has been like a long week. And in my case, I just returned home yesterday. So a little bit tired with some jet lag, but excited for all the things that we discussed and the great talks we attended in the conference. Yeah.
I think it's cool. When I have saw your message about you all guys in Canada, I was like, oh my god, it seems like so cool, and I hope you enjoy it.
City was great. It was my first time in Canada. I don't know about you, Ben, but it was a great surprise. So the city is amazing. It's a mix of a new city with amazing landscape, with ocean and everything together mixed. So I enjoyed a lot. And the best thing about that week probably was having the chance of meeting in person, because I'm the one that joined the team later, but Ben, Jason, and other team members have been working for years in JSON Schema. And this week was the first time we knew in person. So it has been just great. So and it changed a lot. So when you collaborate with someone and you met that person in person and you return to the collaboration, the regular one, is like different. So it's like the connection or whatever is better. So at least it's how I feel. So yeah, great. In one word, great.
Nice.
Before you join, Ben, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what we have been discussing before you join it is most of the team is still flying home or not working today. So we were like discussing about what is best, or having the session or postponing it for doing the next week. Because, for example, Jason is not available this week. Greg, other member, is returning to New Zealand, and it's just two of us and you. And what we have in the agenda is an update about Google Summer of Code that is still due. So we can have that quick update that you know everything, because you was the first person receiving the update, but we don't have much in the agenda for today. This is what we were having discussing, but you joined, so that changed everything. So we can continue the discussion, because it's great. I mean, see you, and we are going to collaborate a lot in the upcoming days, weeks, but we don't have as much in the agenda for today. Yeah, quick update.
Okay, I have two questions. First, am I late? 1 hour late or not?
No, you was totally fine. But the thing is, Ben is from the UK, so they are every time on time. And people in the US is like punctual too. So I'm the one that I'm not as punctual as them, but you join it in the right moment. So we just joined like 1 minute before starting. So all good.
Okay, because I was a little confused. It's my first time, and I mean, with how can I say visual? Okay, 1 moment. I use going to translate. Time fusion. So I was like, I use Google to just.
Are you writing? Are you writing on Zoom or in the Slack or in the channel, or what you said? Sorry, are you writing somewhere about?
No, I just say that I was afraid of being late because the time fusion, because the fusion time, no.
All good, all good.
Okay.
But
we're very relaxed, so don't worry.
Yeah, and what is true about this specific time zone, it changed differently than my time zone. So there was a moment like 1 or 2 months ago that the meeting started 1 hour earlier than I thought. So I joined like 10 minutes late or so. But this is the first time that I noticed that the summer time zones are changing differently depending on the region. So in the west coast of the US, starts differently than in my case, and probably that will happen. So, but it's fine. So we are just a very close group collaborating. So if something fails with the time zone, that's totally fine. So yeah.
Okay. My second question was about, just curious, Ben, you are in Canada too?
Yeah, I was in Canada as well, but I'm based in the UK. So yeah, long flight like Benjamin. Yeah.
So was out in Canada last year.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet everyone in person.
What is we wouldn't be able to have two other people of the core team joining because for different reasons, for agenda conflicts and so on. But we had the majority of the team. So Karen and Austin didn't manage to join, but I'm sure we will have more opportunities in the future. And the discussion is still open. So we discuss a lot of things. We have to socialize with the community, and you will have your chance to see what we discuss, what are the discussions still open, and provide your feedback. And we hope other members of the core team will do the same. So yeah, just continue the discussion as we do in GitHub and in Slack. Yeah, we will work on setting everything this week.
Nice.
Yeah, so we can go ahead and have like a short update about what is in the agenda. Let me share my screen. And when we are done with the agenda, we can have more Q&A or continue the discussion. Up to us. 1 sec. So let me find today's issue. Can you see my screen with GitHub?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Before we get started, just very quickly, I'm sharing our meeting etiquette. So we will love to record this meeting to share it with the community, but also in our YouTube channel. So, but it's up to us taking the decision of not sharing it or not. So if someone in this meeting is against sharing this in YouTube, just reach out privately to me, and I won't share it. I won't upload it tomorrow. But if I don't receive any message, so this will be live tomorrow in YouTube too. We encourage everyone to challenge any language or behavior that is harmful or not inclusive or against our code of conduct. We will remain on mute when someone else is speaking, and we'll try to use their Zoom reactions to ask for turn to speak. And we will follow, as we always do, our code of conduct all the time. Having said that, this is today's agenda. As you can imagine, it has been a crazy week with most of the team focused in discussing the strategy and attending the conference. So there are not much topics, like just one that I added the past week. That is a quick update about the current status of the Google Summer of Code. And as we always do, we can take a look of the action items of the previous meeting. So before discussing the update, I'm going to very quickly review what are the pending actions of the last meeting we had. The previous was cancelled, but we have pending actions, 2 from the meeting we had the 24th of April. So let's take a look. Let me make this bigger. Okay, we discussed about the last version of the project charter that we have been working for the last months. The project charter is a critical step of the onboarding process to join the OpenJS Foundation. we completed the internal review process, and we are in the OpenJS review process. And as part of the feedback, someone in the OpenJS team suggested changing the charter to get the processes out of the charter to make it like more digestible or more clear and more maintainable, let's say, because if the processes change, the charter will stay the same. But if we change the processes, it's better to take them out in a separate file. And we agreed, or Ben agreed on iterating and create a new version to take out the processes. I didn't check if that's done or not, so man, you can provide us an update.
Yeah, I've not got to that yet. Obviously busy last week, and a couple of days. I only had 2 days the week before that. Or was it 3 days? Yeah, 3 days, I think. So yeah, I'm going to get back to that this week, but I have a lot to follow up on from the conference. I might not get to it until sort of Friday. I have so much to follow up on from the conference, so yeah, not done that yet.
Okay, thanks. I'll, as soon as it's done, if I'll check for the updates and the status of the PR and update this issue accordingly, or you can do it yourself. The other action that is pending is on me, and is preparing some, more than preparing, is putting together the success metrics that we discussed in the beginning when applying to Google Summer of Code. And also, we agreed in tracking how much time the team is spending on the program. The reason why is when we end this year program, we would like to see what is, if we are achieving the goals that we discussed in the beginning, and if we are targeting the metrics that we agreed, and also compare what was the effort we spent and see if we need to plan differently for the next year, or have more resources, or maybe consider not to apply. So we have to take a look everything together, not only what is the individual access or success, or what are the projects result of the program, or the experience we build together, mentors and mentees and the community itself, but also look at the metrics, pure metrics, and see what is the final result to be better informed for the next year, and probably to prepare more solid proposals ourselves, because this year we are participating inside Postman, and if we take all those learnings and we think that this has been great for us, so probably we will prepare a better application than the last one that we sent that unfortunately wasn't accepted. So yeah, just take all the learnings we can. And Franciel, you will be part of that retrospective. So as soon as we complete the process or the applications and the program itself, we as a community, we will have this discussion as to see, as I said, the goals, the success metrics, the benefits of the community, the benefits for the organization, the time we spend, and yeah, and learn. That's it. So having said that, as Ben, I has been really busy the last week, and I didn't prepare anything of that. The program is going to last for the next month, so there is no huge rush with this task. So it's going to be like ongoing activity, mostly the tracking part, and the goals. I'll create a new issue with all the data, so we'll ask for feedback, and we can have everything together for close the discussion when the time is right. And the other two actions are done. Is first creating a roadmap. So we did it during the on-site, but we have to socialize it, and for doing so, we probably will need to do some reworking, because we focus it in I mean, we have to probably change the wording or it's not only setting the notes of the session, it's just we need to make it digestible, not only for the community, but also for the new JSON schema users, for them to understand where we go. And I hope this will be one of the most important parts of the onboarding or the experience when a new JSON schema user visit the new web page when we launch it. So yes, that's done, and we will socialize it this week. And the other task is, run the on-site itself. The planning and critical tasks for the next months, we did it. So yeah, all of that will be shared this week, hopefully. And for that, Ben, we need to sync, so to see how we'll divide the project, the task, mostly among you and me. So yeah, I'll write you tomorrow morning. That was all. Any questions so far regarding any of the open or closed tasks that I just read? Okay. Thank you for your patience going through those tasks. And for today, as I said in the beginning, we just have one action item. I'm going to stop sharing my screen to have the discussion among three of us. It's a quick update. So we complete the ranking and the voting in the beginning. Franciel, for your information, we weren't sure about how many of our projects will be accepted. So we were concerned because the quality of everyone's proposal was amazing. So we were excited about having our 2 projects as part of the program, but until the day of the announcement, we didn't know. So good news is your project, Data Transformation Utilities, was the one receiving more applications among Postman. So it received 14, that is a lot. So congratulations for being selected. We are excited about that program, that implementation. And the other one, that is Boti, was like among was selected in, you was the first position in Postman, and Boti was the 3rd or 4th, I don't remember. But I mean, we managed to have the 2 projects accepted, and those are amazing news. So congratulations. So what else we did? You received your official communication as the other participants, in your case, as being selected. And the next steps are this week, start the community bonding period. What that means, something that you already start is engaging with the community and start planning for the project. Specifically for data transformation utilities, that is your case, Jason is out of the office, is not working this week. So I'm going to kick off a session, or Agnives is not going to be able to attend. So let's see, it's going to be a session or maybe a recorded video with some advice and some priorities to take care during this week. And as soon as Jason returned the next week, so we will start with the planning and all the work for kicking off the coding. Okay, so that was the update. I'm also going to reach out to individually to all the people that applied because for the moment we just send some messages in Slack, but I wanted to take the time to speak individually with everyone because their collaborations has been great. The impact in the community has been immediate, and I would like to invite everyone to stay in the community and support our projects, because we can still have a mentoring relationship with everyone. So something that I try to do tomorrow. It will require some time. It's going to be an individual conversation with more than 20 people, but yeah, that's a priority. And that's it. This is the update. we can take a final look to the, let me share the last comment about the timeline of the program. One sec. Cool. The community bonding will be from May 4th to May 28th. And officially the coding will start May 29th. But I mean, this is just an estimation, estimation date. So it's not like you can't start coding until that date. So probably the next week's days, we unofficially start the coding stage. And after that, the first evaluation will happen July 10th. So yeah, a lot of fun for the next weeks. Any question, Fran?
So first, I want to say thank you again for choosing me. I do my best to this project, and I can say that I am writing an article about how to know this program and how to get accepted for people, because when I got accepted, a few guys came in my DMs asking for my purpose, so I sent it to them, and I think an article about it, how I write it, how I'm gonna have all the process. I think it's good. So and writing is not done yet, but I'm writing it, and I can say it.
That's cool. That's cool, and is part of the community benefits, right? So something that you learned that is working, you can share the experience. My question for that article is, do you think that is something that can be interesting to be published in JSON Schema blog? I don't know if it's exactly the same article, because that article is how to get selected. I don't know what is going to be, but let's discuss about getting that one published in our blog too, because the blog is for the community and it has multiple purposes. Some of the purposes is sharing use cases, other purposes is updating about changes or what is the current status of the strategy. Other updates are just changes in the community team. And I think this can be relevant for many people. So when you have that complete, let's discuss if that's okay for you. Sorry for the direct discussion, but it's an opportunity that I will love not to lose, because sounds like a great story. Are you open to contribute to the blog?
Yes, for me it's okay.
Cool.
Great. I mean, if you'd also like to write it in your first language as well, we can publish both and reach more communities in your language.
I am writing it in English, but I think you can do both. I mean, my last articles, I am writing English, but I can do two versions. I can translate it in Portuguese too.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, one of the case studies we published in Japanese as well as English. So it's good to reach communities in languages I can't speak, and most of the team are limited. So more languages we can reach, is more communities, the better.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think that is going to be super positive for members of JSON Schema community that speak Portuguese. So it can be just an excuse for people to connect among them, with you, I know that we have some other community members from Portugal, probably Brazil too. And I think that is going to be super positive, and probably that will encourage someone to share their stories in their mother language, because there is no criteria just for doing that in English. So we just want the people to be part of the blog. So the language is like, if it's English, fine. If not, just tell your story. So perfect. Cool.
Nice.
And that was all. So we can, I don't know if there are more questions, or you can just any other comment by anyone in the meeting?
For me, I think that's it.
Great. Thank you, Fran, for making the time, and thank you for you, Ben, as well. And let's continue the discussion. Fran, regarding, again, going back to the topic of Google Summer of Code, tomorrow I'll reach out in a channel, so I'll start sending more updates about how we will sync this week. I have to check with Agnives, the other person that was selected, because he told me that he has some conflicts in the agenda, let's say. So let me check. If I find a way to make the meeting, right. If not, probably I will end recording a video and sending the invite for in a week when Jason is back. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you will have a great evening in Brazil. And for me and Ben, it's time to go to sleep. So yeah, see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, Fran. Ben,
Bye, guys.
see you tomorrow. Bye.
See you tomorrow.